So, about a month ago, I spent a ton of money to spend an entire weekend with 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs out in Scottsdale, Arizona. And it was a hell of a time. I learned a ton. And quite frankly, I wasn't able to get a vlog style video the way I wanted to. But nonetheless, after we had a workshop one of the days, I managed to sneak away and kind of film a little bit of a rant of what we had just learned, what I had just taken in. And to be honest, I think this is going to be a great video for you if you're just all about growth, right? Because ultimately, that's why I went. I went to learn how to become a better leader, a better coach, a better marketer, a better salesperson. So, yeah, this is not going to be me filming this here. You're going to see me about a month ago in Scottsdale, Arizona, just giving you what my takeaways were from that workshop that we had a couple of minutes ago, and hopefully you guys enjoy. All right, so got some free time. Figured I'd prop down the camera and kind of go over like what I've learned so far just being in this environment and having all of these workshops. And honestly, this is really going to be useful for me just for the sake of documenting. And, I can always refer back to this video. And so that way I know exactly what it is that I need to work on. But figured, again, I kind of shared the journey with you guys. So really one of the biggest key takeaways that I've learned being here has been just learning how to psychologically trick yourself to only look towards success, right? Because if you ultimately cannot believe that you're worthy of making 30 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, it's just not going to get there. One of the things that we heard, I believe it was Jeremy Pogue, he's like one of the speakers here. He's actually one of the hosts that brought us together, is there is literally no difference between somebody who says they want to make 100K a year versus the person that says they want to make 10 million a year. Those two individuals literally work the exact same. It comes down to the actual statement in what they're looking to achieve. That makes all of the difference. So really think about that, right? Put it into perspective and ask yourself, like, are you aiming high enough? Or do you have to reevaluate where it is that you're going? Because if chances are you're only aiming for 5K a month, 10K a month, 15K a month, I mean, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot by just doing that, because you're going to hit that number. At least if you're somebody who, is pretty relentless with their goals and, they aim, they shoot exactly where they aim, right? If you're somebody like that, you're going to settle for that. We were having a conversation with one of the other sales coaches here. His name is Austin as well. And he was basically saying as well, like, somebody had asked him, what are his plans for the next year? Like, what number does he want to hit? He said, we're doing 5 million a year. And the reason he said that is he said, like, I already know exactly how to get there, and I already have full confidence and conviction behind myself that I can do it. So it already happened. And that attitude and that confidence is what really is rubbing off on me, guys, like, just being here. So I urge you guys, like, if you guys, ever wonder if you should pay to be in these rooms and be in these groups, come to these retreats, I would honestly tell you to do it every single time. If anything, it inspires me to look towards potentially doing this with my clients and learning how I can provide them with an environment where they're going to learn and get better over time. So definitely something I would urge you to look into if you're looking to level up, right? If you're looking to grow and ultimately become a better version of yourself. So with that being said, there's a bunch of other key takeaways as well in terms of like what I have to do specifically and technically and tangibly with my business, right? So just to name a few, it's like making sure I'm getting a more predictable lead flow. And as you guys know, this YouTube channel has been my main source of traffic. So, I love making these videos. I'm never going to stop, but I need to find a mechanism to bring in more eyeballs and more people who are interested in what it is that I'm doing more predictably. And the number one way we're going to do that is by spending ads. So I've gotten to the point, luckily and fortunately enough, through just YouTube, but it's time to step it up to the next level. So I haven't mapped out exactly what my goals are. I know within the next 6 months I want to be making 30K a month, and the way I'm going to do that is by spending money on ads, specifically on Instagram, making sure I'm having conversations, providing as much value as possible, and at the end of the day, making sure client success is my number one priority. Because if my students get results, if we're changing lives all the time, it's just a matter until, all the people that are coming into my Instagram see that and ultimately want to be a part of that. And that is exactly the plan, to build a community where it's literally going to become irresistible for you to come in and fail. So yeah, that's one of the main key takeaways. Another one, like I mentioned a little bit earlier on, is just becoming a better leader, right? Learning how to lead your clients, how to lead a team when that time comes for me, how to lead myself, more importantly, right? Making sure that I am doing the things necessary to get me to where I want to be. And quite frankly, just being as super transparent as I possibly can here, like that has been one of the major issues for me this year, has been just constant overthinking about every single decision. And ultimately, like that's not the attitude and the mindset of a good CEO, right? They're very decisive, not indecisive. And like I mentioned, just being around these people, like it's very easy to see why they're in the position that they're in. And yeah, I've got no doubt in my mind that I have all the tools and knowledge necessary for me to go back home, implement, and immediately see an impact. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And hopefully, just me making this video is some form of inspiration for you to realize that, okay, there is a way. There are people doing 6-figure months, right? 7 figures a year. And yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, if you guys want to know more about how to level up, get into rooms like this, even if it's in the Zoom room, right? More specific, like my community. But for all I care, it can't even be mine. Like you don't have to decide to join my specific program. I really just want people to come to that realization that it's always going to be worth paying for information and implementation alongside of that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. I'm gonna keep trying my best to get as much content as possible. It's been a little bit weird, like a little bit awkward. It's not super clear. Like there's no station to create content. It's like I'm by the fire pit, and yeah, a pretty cool pool behind me, and then there's everybody inside there. About to get lunch. So yeah, that's about it for me. See ya.